StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Railgan and Genix on Proxima Station, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the orange Protoss player. It is Genix from Encon eGaming. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the green Zerg player. It is Railgan, representing Diva? I already forgot her name because she's from Overwatch. Alright, so Railgan and Genix are GM players. And apparently they've been playing games for a little bit here because they're discussing the last game. These players have been featured on my channel for the last little while. Genix is a newcomer. Railgan has been around for a while. So you will not know who will win this game. Alright, so let's see. Railgan's saying that mute only work if you are way ahead in ZVP. And Genix says, nah, it can work then. Railgan disagrees vehemently. Much disagreement here. They suck at fighting. And, I mean, it depends on what you're coming up against, right? They're pretty good against Stalkers if they had good numbers. Overcharge and Cannons wreck them. Yeah, Overcharge is really good against Muta, that's for sure. Cannons also pretty good as well. They are disagreeing immensely as to the nature of the Mutalisk here. Genix is checking through the expansion. Out of Railgan does see that there's no one base opener out of Railgan, which would be weird. We just don't really see that in StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, do we, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think that we do. I really don't think that we do here. Spawning pool about to finish here for Railgan. Well, about 50% complete, if by almost done is what you mean. If they're unscouted, it's a free win, says Genix, and one overcharge and you are good, says Railgan. So both players taking extreme positions as to the nature of the Mutalisk. It's hard to scout with adepts, says Railgan. That's true. It's hard to ling scout when there are adepts back home defending. So these guys having one heck of an argument here. But either way, this is Proxima Station. Have I cast a game on this map? I don't know if I've cast a game. Oh, I have. I have cast a game on this map so far. Because you have this little safe base back here that both players have taken. There are the backdoor rocks you have to worry about. Again, I wonder if Railgun's going to try to abuse that or not. You'd have gold bases here and here on your map. Oh, and one other thing I did want to mention. Apparently when I scroll like this, it goes out of focus, I guess. It's a little pixelated for a second before it snaps into HD. I actually did get some screenshots from a subscriber who sent them to me and said, hey, this is happening. And I'd heard some complaints, but I wasn't quite sure if it was for everybody, but it seems like it is. And so I'd go ahead and loaded up my YouTube video to the exact moment that he suggested, and yeah, there they were. The reason I haven't noticed is because in the raw files that Shadowplay creates, I don't see those. So Shadowplay from NVIDIA is not the problem here. It looks like when I upload to YouTube, it creates that little pixelation when I move the camera. So I'm going to try to do little of that. I'm going to try to go ahead and do pock, pock, pock like this, so there is no shifting, any blurry movement, which I think should help quite a bit here. So Railgun is not going for a third hatch quite yet. I'm kind of interested about this because he knows Genix has gone for an expansion, especially on this map. There's really no reason not to go for an early nexus here. Out of Genix, Stalker with a really cool skin is going to try to take down this Overlord that is scouting on in. What did that Overlord see? Overlord does not technically know about the expansion, but you know what? You know what? He knows about the expansion. We're going to say that. Although, again, he doesn't have a third hatch yet. This is so weird. You'd think this gold base would be easy to take, but again, for Zerg, they have to knock down these rocks to get an easy access path, or else they have to go clear around down that ramp, down here, down here, down here, and then to the gold base to defend it, which is always kind of weird. Ling's up here trying to poke up again. There's a Zealot and an Adept here out of Genix. I'm loving the orange. Loving the orange out of Genix. It is an Oracle opening here, so let's go ahead and pull up our Oracle list, which we have somewheres around here, and let's pull up the right account for that. Ugh, excuse me. Man, I had pizza for dinner, and I'm kind of feeling it. Feeling that pizza for sure. Dang, Reaper names. That's Reaper names. That's not going to help us in this game at all. As a matter of fact, did I lose my... Oh, there it is. Oracle names. All right. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay, so this Oracle's name is going to be Agatha. Agatha, named after one of the precogs in the movie Minority Report, which has Tom Cruise. It is a pretty interesting movie. Science fiction. It's in the future. It's about these precogs, or precognitive individuals who can see the future to some extent, and they can tell when murders, and basically murders, are going to happen before they actually do, allowing the police to apprehend someone before they commit the crime. Anyway, you should check it out if you haven't. It's a pretty good thriller. Tom Cruise does, in fact, run in it because he's Tom Cruise. And Agatha trying to get in here and get some kills, but there are 4 queens and a spore crawler waiting for her. I just That is the odds are way, way too crazy. Wow, look at this crazy background in this map. You got Starscape. Is that a planet down there? I think it is. Agatha trying to come into the natural base. Again, Sporecaller Queen. Great combination against these oracles. She's not going to die, but just barely. 16 hit points remaining there. 3 queens dancing all over the place trying to defend. There's nothing here at the third base for Agatha to kill, and there's no defense there either. So it kind of evens out. Third nexus coming out for Genix here, feeling very safe for whatever reason. Oh, it's another oracle. Well, this oracle's name is Agatha. Not performing too well, Agatha. How about your friend here? Nope. Nothing for oracle number 2 either, which is unnamed. Throw down a revelation and call it good. Call it good because there are 5 queens out. Another one on the way. Queen Anti-Air is just really good in this early game. Really good, my friends. Changeling moving out for Railgan. He does have his lair up at 5 minutes in. He's going for a Baneling Nest. He's going for +1/+1 for the Banelings and Lings. And an Infestation Pit this early as well. Holy shamoly, he's teching hard. But I guess Genix, again, expanding so quickly. Can't do much to shut this down, really. A Void Ray coming in for Genix. He does have a Robotics Bay coming in as well, warping in. And 3 Infestors at the 6-minute mark out of Railgun. He has some plans. Lings moving on into this third base. There's a Mothership Core. There are some Stalkers here as well. And they're going to get surrounded by the Lings. Photon Overcharge is going to come up and try to save them. It is enough. 1 Stalker dies, but the rest of the Lings do decide to retreat on the heck out of their oracles. Hanging out, regenerating health. They have 1 kill each. What did they kill? I guess they killed maybe some creep tumors. Probably creep tumor is what I had, if I had to guess. I'd say that's what it is. Oh, free drones though. Agatha. No, there's the fungal. The chain fungal on the oracles, and the queens coming in to finish them off. Revelation thrown down before they die, but no, Agatha. Agatha dead. Agatha dead. 5... Okay, so 5 drones killed in exchange for 2 oracles. That's probably a fair trade. Yeah, I mean about 700, 800 resources lost for the Protoss, about 600 for the Zerg so far. But again, most of those are Lings, which aren't a huge deal. But losing those oracles, bad news. Like that revelation out of the Protoss for sure. So Railgun should be going for a 4th base at some point. He is knocking down this debris that will allow him access. That will allow him access to the gold base, which we discussed previously. A couple of Adepts moving out at the 7-minute mark, which seems a little bit late. A little late if you are these oracles. Is it Colossus coming in for Genix? It is. He does like his Colossus. We've seen this from him before. Getting extended thermal lance. Railgun's going for Baneling speed. I just don't know if a Ling Infestor Baneling. Whoa! Swarm host composition. Maybe that will work. Maybe the Swarm host thing will work against good Colossus. I don't know. Either way, the Swarm host out in front. That's not where they want to be. Get out of there, Swarm host. Run. Back on out of there. Creep Tumors getting shot down by this attacking army of Stalkers and Zealots and a Colossus and an Immortal, but the Locust popping and flying on in. Is it enough? I don't know if it's enough. Well, it's enough to make Genix back off anyway. He does not like those guys. Adepts coming in, scouting the 4th base for Railgun, up at the top left. Does not put his 4th at the gold base. That will probably be his 5th at the rate we're moving. And the Locusts expire. Now there's a window here. There's a pretty big window where the Swarm hosts are waiting about half their cooldown before they can launch any more Locusts. So Genix should be attacking at some point here fairly soon, killing more leading creep tumors. Adepts running back here, trying to kill drones here at the natural base, but no. Getting taken down by Speedlings, who outnumber them about 18-1. About 18-1, I would say. 4th Nexus on the way for Genix along this right side. So, wow, both players macroing their hearts out right now. 61-68 total harvesters. Genix has the lead. Neural Parasite coming in for Railgun. An 8-minute and 42-second Neural Parasite out of this guy. Alright, so again, Burrow Infestor with Neural Parasite is good. Is good combination. Is good combination in Mother Russia. More Swarm Host coming in for Railgun. So Swarm Host Ling out of this guy so far with Infestor support, obviously, as we've mentioned already. Finally knocks down the debris to take that 5th base at the gold. Couple of Adepts trying to scout that thing out. They should be able to see it come up. If they were a little closer, they might be able to kill this drone. Oh, almost gets there. Sonic transfers on him, but can't block it and can't kill the drone. Either way, again, a couple more Adepts walking into this 4th base, getting surrounded by Hajillion Speedlings with +1/+1, and getting murdered at this point. Another pair of Adepts wanders into the natural base, trying to kill more workers. 10 drones have been killed so far. We'll make it 11. 11 drones have been killed so far, but I don't know how much Railgun actually cares about 11 drones at this point. He's looking pretty good. He's getting a 5th base at this gold. Genix hasn't taken any of his gold. He has 3 Colossus in this army. Colossus, Stalker, Zealot, Void Ray, Sentry. It looks very Wings of Liberty in here, with an Immortal mixed in as well. They're going to try to knock down this gold base. What can stop it is the question. Lings, Banelings Locusts, are they ready to spawn? They are ready to spawn here. Neural Parasite on the Colossus, burning each other up. Interestingly enough, but then the Locusts catching them on their way out as soon as that wears off and chasing them away. Getting rid of it. This group of Stalkers, do they have Blink? I don't think they have Blink. No, they do have Blink. There we go. It was just on cooldown for a second. Void Ray wants to kill all them Swarm Hosts by itself, but no, 3 Queens wander in. That's enough to take care of a Void Ray for sure. Why would you stay and fight, Genix? Gone. Dead. Heading back, Genix, what he does have, a handful of Stalkers and a couple Colossus here, 9 kills and 4 kills each. They're going to try to take down this gold base, I feel like. Again, there's a window here where the Locust Swarm are not ready to go. Why are they coming back to this fourth? I don't, or the, yeah, fourth base. That's not the natural. That's the third base, I keep calling it. Anyway, the gold base is possibly going to die here. More Colossus wandering in for Genix. The Swarm Host getting as close as they can before popping those Locusts and then landing them to take down a Colossus. The rest of the units should be retreating at this point, though, but actually standing in a little bit, losing a couple Stalkers unnecessarily. If you're going to retreat anyway, probably should a little sooner than that, but I understand in the heat of battle, it is difficult to pull that one off. All right, so again, fourth base happily running for Genix. Probably setting up to take a fifth base at some point here. We have an Overlord just overlooking this beautiful, beautiful planet. The majesty below him is just keeping him in awe. At this point, Stalkers moving in, checking for like a seventh base, I guess. Don't really see one there. 4 Stalkers moving into the gold base here to see what they can see. There's just a bunch of Queens, about 7 of them. Let's see, maybe closer to 8 or so. Coming back in, Genix wants this. He wants it so bad. Stalkers again scouting, not really doing much damage along that left side of the map. Stalkers with their +2 attack might take down that hatchery. They're going to try to get it. No! Forced to retreat. And once again, the Locusts. No, the Locusts do not spawn, but a recall of Genix, recalling back to his fourth. Getting out of there. Recognize he was a little bit outnumbered. Tiny bit outnumbered here. Oh, Colossus got left behind, and the Locusts found him. The Locusts found him and killed him. Stalker hit squad. Going to possibly blink down and try to take out this fourth base. And you know what? There's 0 defense here. Absolutely no fence. What to speak of, and Railgan's not even running right now. He is sending Locusts in to harass this third base of Genix. He might actually take down the robotics facility, but no, he's not focusing it down. Now he's focusing it down. Is it enough? There are Zealots, there are Colossus. No, the robotics facility is destroyed. Stalker group, very happy taking down every drone here at this fourth base. That is now 19 drones killed by Genix. Feeling good so far as the Protoss player. He hasn't actually killed a base yet. He would have loved to have killed this fifth base here at the gold, but didn't do it. 60 to 79 Harvesters in favor of Genix right now. Again, a whole ton of Swarm Hosts throwing down them Locusts and some Banelings on top of the Zealots as well. I don't know if that's necessary, as Locusts are really good against Zealots, even without Baneling support. Coming back in, the Stalkers to this fourth base. They want to take this thing out bad. They've got that +2 attack action. Carrier transition out of Genix now, interestingly enough. Still making Colossus, but adding Carrier, which is great, as Locusts cannot attack ground units, not even the tiniest of bit. Couple Stalkers get left behind to get murdered by a couple Locusts. 4 Locusts versus 2 Stalkers. It seems Locusts win that, and the fourth base ends up getting killed. A Zealot wanders in to the fifth and gets absolutely annihilated by all the Zerg units there as well. So the Stalkers going to take down a Corruptor, going after Overlords. Does supply block Railgun there very nicely, and going to kill some of these larvae as well. So holy smokes, Genix is 4 base to 4 base against Railgun right now. Is up 56 to 79 Harvesters. Just on fire right now is Genix. And the transition to Carrier, I really don't know that Railgun sees this, because he's going Broodlord and Ultralisk. Neither of those things happen to be a good answer to Carrier. He's making some Corruptors though. Alright, he is making some Corruptors. He has 7 of them, which I don't know is going to be enough. But against Carrier Colossus, maybe so. I don't know. Once again, getting his Swarm Host right on top of these units before popping the giant Locust Swarm. Flying on in there, the closest. The Colossus retreating in fear from these Locusts. They are so slow, they can't actually catch them, though. Cannot actually catch them. Meanwhile, a counterattack of Zealots trying to come through to this fifth base does not end up happening. Corruptors trying to kill as many of these units as they can before they die. No, they're retreating. They're retreating as well. Hit squad of Stalkers right here at this third base now. Can they take down the Greater Spire? They might do it. Railgun not paying a whole lot of attention right now. Greater Spire is down to 300 hit points. The Locusts are trying to save it, but it's getting attacked, and the transfuses. Oh, the transfuses keeping The Greater Spire alive. Nicely done, Queens. That was insane. That was a great play by Railgan. It was for sure dead. It was down to like 200 hit points. And yet, it lives. Woo. What do we got here? Knocking down this debris. That's blocking Genix from easy access to his own gold base, which he's trying to take right now. And double expanding is Railgun to try to make up for the losses he has suffered so far. So that's 5th and 6th base. Well, we'll call that the 4th. I don't know. Renumbering stuff's always weird. Oh, his gold base hatchery has 26 hit points to its name. Not a lot of hit points, it turns out. And I believe Genix should be able to kill this thing with just like a love tap. Ready? Love tap? There it is! Love tap dead. Gold base completely gone right now. Zealot going after this morphing in hatchery to replace the 4th base, which was dead. And yet is coming alive a little bit here. Locust again versus these Colossus. Corruptors as well in the sky. Blinkstalkers trying to focus down what they can. Trying to kill these Swarm Hosts. The Swarm Hosts are in here. I'm not sure why. They can't do anything by themselves. But actually the Locusts are right here on top of this gold 5th base for Genix and can't retreat. Unable to retreat is Genix because if he does, he loses this base. So he stands in, loses all of his Colossus. And some Stalkers as well trying to distract the Locust. Yes, and they do expire before they can take down the Nexus or even really do too much damage to it. Stalker hit squad number 2 is here for Genix. Actually, is this the same hit squad? This might be the same hit squad, but they're getting surrounded by Lings. And I was about to name them or something, but they just got destroyed, so never mind. 3 carrier at a time. Mothership coming in for Genix as well. Stalkers killing some of them Queens that are just on the edge trying to spread creep. 6th base up here is getting assaulted by Stalkers, but again, Swarm Hosts ready to rock. I don't know if they want to throw down Locust because the Blinkstalkers can just blink down onto this low ground here, as they do, and manage to escape. Revelation tossed down by replacement Oracle. Oracle number 3 in this game, I think. 4. Actually, number 4 in this game. So 5th base at the gold for Genix. 6th base just to the left and down of that 4th we mentioned earlier. Here comes the Swarm Host army, though. Up to Genix's 3rd base. Or the gold base, rather. And all the Locusts are taking down all of those Stalkers for sure. Corruptors going after the carriers. Queens trying to assist at the same time, burrowing the Swarm Host so they don't die. And the gold base, again, in a lot of trouble right now. Does he have... Oh, Mothership dies almost as soon as it spawns here. Did cloak the carriers for just a couple seconds, though. And that might be enough to keep them alive in the situation. There are a lot of Queens on the ground. There are a lot of Corruptors in the sky. And Zealots going after the Queens here as well. Corruptors are not focusing on the carriers themselves. Actually going after Interceptors, but no. Now refocusing on that task. Zealots wandering over to this replacement 4th base. And will they take it out before they die? No. They will not. More Zealots here in this 3rd base. And Railgan heading on back home after taking down the gold base. Gold Nexus 141 to 86. Total supply. Zealot counterattacks finally having been cleaned up by Railgan at this point in time. Ooh, so what do you got? Carrier composition here out of Genix. Making 1 Corruptor is Railgan. He's pretty gas-starved is the problem. He keeps losing bases, which is not great. He needs more gas than he can make right now to keep up with what Genix is doing. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for Genix, and only 5, technically just barely 5, for Railgan. Carriers wandering into this gold base, killing more of these drones. 36 drones killed, 27 probes killed as well. Lings coming in, trying to distract the carriers, and Corruptors in the sky. And there we go, using Neural Parasite on the carrier to try to kill other carriers, and it's working fairly well. Actually, Corruptors winning that battle, and the carrier, once the Neural Parasite is done, it does get exploded. Once your mind has been possessed and released, you are likely going to die in StarCraft 2, which is, it's always a little bit sad. Lings all over this 5th base for Genix, though. I'm not sure what Genix can do about it. The Corruptors in the sky. Nope, that's it. GG out of Genix. Genix is defeated, and Railgan is victorious. Whew. That was a good one. That was a really great ZVP. Some good back and forth action. I love Genix switching it up to carrier. Railgan does manage to respond in kind, though, with these Corruptors, with these Queens, with these Infestors and Neural Parasite. Swarmhost did some damage. It was an interesting strategy. Swarmhost being used not as a harassment unit, but as a straight up, get in your face, drop the Locusts, and see if they can kill you movement there. 20 Locusts were killed in that game. He had 13 remaining. Did a Railgun. 13 carriers died as well, though. That's a lot of carriers. and 15 Stalkers dead at the same time. APM for these players over 200 each, about 290 for Genix and 223 exactly for Railgan. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.